Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers Dhalsim. This is the SDCC 2025 exclusive version with this colorway. I didn't buy any previous Dhalsims before. I was kind of waiting for this one because this is my favorite color for Dhalsim. So on the side, you'll see that he's got some artwork colored in the same colorway as the figure. And then on the back, you've got that same artwork and then his stage with him as well, which is pretty cool. And on the other side, just another glossy image of this. I love all of their SDCC exclusive boxes. I think they're all really nice. He also comes wrapped in this plastic, so make sure you take that off before you get him open. But yeah, that's the box. Let's take a closer look and get him opened. And here he is out of his packaging, the nice bluish, purplish skin. He's got nice shading all throughout. Just zoom in a little bit to get a better look at the details. Even the skulls on his neck have really nice, like a nice like dirty wash over them. The rope looks good. He's got the metal earrings there. The paint on his face is applied nicely, and even the little white dot at the center is like perfectly placed, which is really good. His eyes are white. Nothing there. Mine has a bunch of little like scratches at the neck on the plastic. I guess that's maybe because the plastic seems kind of soft a little bit, so maybe that's why, just from the factory. And then you see some overspray here on the orange wraps on his arms, but these are textured and sculpted, which is pretty cool. And then down to his shorts, again, textured, sculpted, looks like his shorts. The different colorway for this variant, and then he has little bangles on his arms. Down to the legs. Musculature looks good, a lot of nice shading. And the wraps on his near his ankles are textured and sculpted, and then his feet are pretty standard, no extra paint there, but they still do have a little bit of overspray for definition. Then looking at his back, looks good as well. So for his articulation, Dhalsim can look up about that much, not a ton, and I don't know if that's just because I gotta loosen him up a little bit, but that's as far as I can get him to look up. He can look down about that much. His neck and head are on a ball joint, so you do get like side to side, but mainly it's the neck doing all the movement. It doesn't seem like the head is moving independently of the neck. There we go, I got to kind of move, so he can do that. His arms go up this high. Then he does have butterfly joints, but they don't feel like they're doing anything, to be honest with you. Oh, and I just snapped the upper arm off, so yeah, don't push it because it will just snap on you. I've heard some complaints that his butterfly joints didn't work on the first one either, so I'm interested to see what Jada's remedy for that will be moving forward, but that's what it looks like from the back. Then he does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which they seem to be kind of stuck, but double jointed elbows. His wrists are just on these little pegs that hinge forward and back, which I hate peg systems like this. I wish it was just a ball joint. It always scares me that I'm going to snap them in half. For the torso articulation, he goes back a very far ways, which is very good. He's very stretchy. You do see that chest gap right there though, the abdomen gap, but he does come forward this far, which is great. A little bit of a gap back there. He can tilt side to side, and he can twist, so you can get him to do a lot of stuff with those two things combined. And then you can kind of get him to look straightforward, but his head doesn't go up that far. For the legs, you can do the complete splits, no problem. No weird dangly bits. He can kick up because the crotch piece is a little soft. He can kick up about that much. He does have upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees. Not bad. Doesn't have any kind of swivel up here, but he does have swivel where the wraps are. It blends in really nicely, so you wouldn't even know unless you decided to mess with it. But the foot goes up about that much, comes down about that much, and he has a nice ankle rocker. So yeah, you can get him into whatever pose you need to get him into. definitely a very cool figure with a very cool articulation scheme. So I don't have any gripes with the articulation besides those butterfly joints just not working whatsoever, which is a bummer. But let's move on and take a look at what he comes with. So for accessories, which is quite a bit for the SDCC version, he does come with the 2 separate stretchy limbs. So he has the stretchy legs, which you can bend to your heart's content. And I want to see how far or where it bends. So it looks like the foot doesn't bend, but the leg itself bends, which is pretty cool. Then you get the 2 stretchy arms, and these have fists on them, but you cannot remove these fists to put any other hands on them. And you can bend them. Yeah, it definitely looks like you can't take this off, so don't do that unless you want to break it. They each come with the little bangles though, which is cool. Then he comes with a pair of fists, which I remember the original Dhalsim did not come with just a separate pair of fists that you could put on the base body, but this one does come with that. And then he comes with these like clawing hands, which is for some of his poses that he just does idly, which look pretty good, nicely sculpted and painted. No complaints there. Then he has 2 separate head sculpts. So the first one is a yelling face, which looks really nice. Nicely painted, nice expression, nice depth on the mouth. I think that looks really, really good. And these all have their own individual earrings, which is cool. And then he has one more head sculpt, which is him doing the yoga fire, which looks really good. The cheeks are puffed up nicely. Mouth is open. Even has depth on that. You can kind of see in there. And then again, the earrings. But yeah, this is awesome. Love that. And then for the base figure, if you have just regular Player 1 Dhalsim, they also gave him the yoga fire and yoga flame head, which is cool. Looks good. And then you also get a pair of fists for that Dhalsim as well. Now for effect parts, he comes with 2. So he has the big, I think this is Yoga Flame, just like the big fire one. Or I guess, I don't think it's Yoga Catastrophe. Yoga Catastrophe, I believe, is when he's like headbutting you basically. But this looks really cool. Darker or just red on the bottom and then lighter to the top. Then it's got like a little peg hole there for the base. And no other peg holes, doesn't look like, but has that point right there. And I think, I mean, we can try it. I don't know, but oh yeah. Okay, so cool. You can put it in his mouth. So that's really, really cool. I thought it was just going to be like you have to pretend, but no, you can literally wedge this into his mouth. And if, you know, the body could hold it, he could literally just stand there like that, which is super cool. And then he has the smaller yoga fire, which is pretty cool. This one does not have any part where you can put it into his mouth. I mean, it's a little tail piece on here, but I don't think, well, I guess let's try first before counting it out. Yeah, no, this doesn't go in his mouth at all. It's too curved, but you can still put it on a stand and show it like traveling across the screen, which is pretty cool. And then the big accessory that really got me, just because, I don't know, it just tickled a nostalgia bone from back in the day playing Street Fighter 2 and just getting caught on fire, or like, you know, I hope they do one for Blanca where you see like the electric effect where all the bones and stuff are showing. But yeah, this guy, this is super cool. So you can use this for really any figure. It doesn't even have to be like a Jada Toy Street Fighter figure. Whoever's fighting Dhalsim, getting set on fire, this is what they'll look like. This looks super cool. And it's interesting how they did it. So it's like clear plastic over like a regular like base body that has this black paint all over it to show like the char burn effect. And then they went ahead and painted this yellow on top of it. So this is not molded plastic. It's literally just like paint, it looks like, in some spots. Maybe the actual like clear is like really, really, really light yellow, but it really just looks like paint that's on top of it. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. Really love this. I'm looking forward to having him face all kinds of people and just having this displayed. Or you can use it for any other figure, like Johnny Storm or something like that. If he's setting someone on fire, you could probably use this for it. Really cool. And then the last accessories it comes with are stands. So you have the one base right here, and then you have the 2 arms. So one arm here, and then one arm here. And these are used to hold up whatever you want to hold up. Of course, you can hold up this guy as well because he has a peg hole in his back. So you can just plug it in and hold him up that way. Let me see. It's not that one. He's got like a different kind of peg, which I thought that maybe you could just stick it in there, but I don't see any way for this to actually be useful. Let's see. At least I don't see any extra parts. I mean, there is one more stand that comes with it, which is the smaller one. All of these have these like hexagonal little holes in there. But yeah, I don't see where you're supposed to plug him in to actually keep him upright. But maybe you just really have to jam this in there, I guess. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So you just jam it in there. And there he is. Pretty neat. Alright, those are all of Dhalsim's accessories. I'm satisfied. There's nothing else I think I would want for him. More facial expressions are always good, but he doesn't do a whole ton, so it doesn't matter to me. I think this is a great spread for an exclusive. Plus, you get extra stuff for the original version. Let's take a look at how he scales, though, with other figure lines. Alright, so for size comparisons, here's how he stands next to the Jada Toys DJ and the Jada Toys Event Exclusive Player 2 Chun-Li. I think he scales really nicely with these guys, and he looks really good just with, you know, the Player 2 variants. And then here he is with Blanca and the normal Cammy. I know they showed off a different colorway for Cammy. Probably not going to pick that up just because I like the regular version more, but again, I think he scales really well. Dhalsim's pretty tall, so it makes sense that he's pretty close or almost, or closer to Blanca's height here, which looks good. And then here's how he scales compared to some SH Figure Art. So SH Figure Art's Vegeta with a different head on him, and then SH Figure Art's Full Power Super Saiyan Son Goku. He is taller than both of these, but I still think that you can mix and match and make this look like a pretty cool display. And finally, for any Marvel vs. Capcom that you might want to do, here he is with the Marvel Legends Animated Series Spider-Man, and then the Marvel Legends Iron Man here, and he definitely fits in perfectly with these guys, so you can definitely get away with doing some poses and some pictures or figure photography with them all together. So for my final thoughts, I like him. I like him a lot. The colorway looks really, really good. The articulation is good. The only irritating part is the butterfly joints, which makes like poses like this a real pain because you can't really get his shoulders to come in any closer to make it easier to have this be, you know, the way you want it to be. But you can kind of get it there, I guess. But yeah, I think he's great. This is an awesome exclusive. Definitely recommend you pick it up if he's still available on the Jada Toys Next website. Or I guess you'll have to pick it up from Big Bad Toy Store if it's still available. But yeah, if you're a Dhalsim lover, this is definitely one for the collection. And I hope they continue on making these exclusives as awesome as possible because I'm looking forward to when they make Vega and Blanca. Yeah, as usual, guys, thank you for watching. Take care and have a great rest of your day.